Hi everyone, welcome back. This is going to be a continuation of my limited and discontinued items that I still use on a weekly or monthly basis. Last time I filmed this, I did my palettes that I still use constantly, and today I'm just going to be talking about a variety of different products that I still go back to even though you can't really buy them anymore. So I'm going to start this off with lip products, and the first items I'm going to be talking about are the Too Faced melted lipsticks. Now, you can still get these on their own website as far as I'm aware, but I think they've really reduced the number of shades that you can buy at Sephora. So these are clearly on the way out. They're not making new colors anymore, which is really sad, but these are hands down one of my favorite lip products ever. Pulled up my favorite colors. I have Melted Melon here, Melted Candy, and Melted Fuchsia. These are so nice. I feel like these are the original liquid lipstick, but they are not the ones that dry down matte and like dehydrate your lips. These are literally as if you had liquefied a lipstick and then applied it directly to your lips. They're comfortable to wear. The colors are beautiful. I mean, I have really bright colors here, but they have some neutrals as well. And I really wish that they still had these on the market as like a product that they're still promoting, because you really don't hear anybody talking about these anymore. But I'm still wearing them. Like, I wore Melted Fuchsia last week. I think I had Melted Melon on my lips 2 weeks ago. They're glorious and I love them so much. I also have some limited edition MAC lipsticks because they come out with some beautiful collections that are around for such a brief period of time. The first one I have here is from the Toledo collection from, it might have been around 2014, maybe 2015. This is the shade Barbecue, and it's a matte orange with a little bit of red in it. It's a beautiful color, particularly I feel like on me. It's something, there's something in the color that just really lights up my skin and lights up my eyes. And it might be due to the fact that this is an orange shade and I've got blue eyes, so they really contrast and complement each other. So I really like this color and I go back to it all the time. I also have the shade Burmese Kiss, and what's the Bao Bao Wan collection, I think. This color is, I talk about coral shades a lot, and it's not dissimilar to what's on my lips right now. Yeah, it's pretty close actually. This is another matte lipstick. I do really like MAC's matte formula, and this is beautiful. It's a kind of like orange pink coral that is just the right shade of coral for me. Sadly, I've actually broken this bullet. I'm really bad at breaking my lipstick bullets, so I had to like cut the bottom off and scoop out the thing and then push it back down. So I've actually lost a significant chunk of this lipstick, but I wear this a lot, especially in the summertime, because it's so gorgeous. And the other MAC lipstick I have here is one of their summer collections. I can't remember the name of it right now, but this particular color is called Mystical. And honestly, this is a little bit of a bland color for me, but that's probably why I wear it so much, because it works so well with so many bright eyeshadow looks. Honestly, it looks quite brown, which is not very enticing to me in a lipstick bullet, but it goes on the lips a little bit more pink. It's kind of like a My Lips But Better shade, just a little bit of a deeper tone. This is a cream sheen, so it's comfortable to wear, but it doesn't have the best longevity. But man, this color, I remember getting it thinking, oh, you're like the most interesting of the bunch, and then I didn't really realize how much I was going to be wearing it, and I've reached for this a lot over the years. I'm gonna move on to blush, and funnily enough, the first one I have here is actually from the same collection as that MAC lipstick. It was a summer launch. Again, I can't remember the actual name of that collection, but this blush is See Me, Hear Me. It's their Extra Dimension blush finish, and the color is not that dissimilar from the Mystical lipstick, which actually I may, if I think about it, I may use the two of them together, which is why they're both included in this video, because I reach for them a lot. And this is just really pretty. It's one of those colors where I can never quite figure out how it's doing what it does, but it looks beautiful. It's similar in that sense to Tarte's Exposed. I can never really figure out how that blush looks so good, but it does. And I think that this one is sort of on the similar tone as that. This one definitely has a little bit more pink in it, but whenever I put this on, I'm just like, oh, that is such a beautiful cheek color. So I reach for this one a lot. These Laura Geller blushes, I don't know why they're not around anymore. These are the Baked Gelato Vivid Swirl blushes. This one is the shade Guava, and the other one I have here is Plumberry. And the only way that I could get these at one point was to buy them in a trio set, I think with a gloss and a primer. Now the price tag made it worth it because I think one of their blushes was selling for roughly the same price as this trio set. But I can't find these anymore, and I really don't know when they discontinued them or why. These are wonderful. I know they still have highlighters with this kind of like swirl pattern on them, but they don't have blushes anymore. These are wonderful. They are super pigmented. They are beautiful on the cheeks, and I wear them all the time. The Plumberry shade is something that I wear a little bit more in the fall just because it's a little bit deeper in tone, but this Guava shade, like, this is my summer color, basically. I put this on my cheeks constantly, and I'm just so sad that they don't have these anymore. Like, why not? They're great products. They just not sell very well. The next blush I have here is one by Hard Candy, and this was part of their Fox in the Box range, which actually they discontinued for years and years, and I think just last month I heard that they were bringing it back, but I don't think the colors are the same, which is a little bit unfortunate. This one in Skinny Dipping is so pretty. I reach for this all the time. It goes so well with any kind of like orange makeup looks or orange lips that I put on. The pan does have two shades in here. There's an orange with a bit more of a nude color, but I just swirl my brush in the whole thing and it comes off as a really like beautiful orange glow on the cheeks. So that makes me really sad because even though they've brought them back, I really don't think that Skinny Dipping is part of the collection anymore. And honestly, this is such a good color. I don't really have anything that's this tone in my collection too, so I end up reaching for it a lot. And the formula is good. The packaging's a bit bulky, but like the product is so good. Really, really like this one. Now this highlighter is a little bit more recent, but it's hands down one of my favorites ever. It's Tarte's Spellbound Glow highlighter, and it was part of their unicorn collection from last year. First of all, it smells fantastic. All of Tarte's products now have that kind of like a vanilla scent to them, but I feel like this one is extra scented, so every time I open I'm like, ah, smells so good. So this one looks like it would be kind of like a rainbow highlighter, but it's not. It mostly comes out as an icy white sheen, but it's got enough warmth to it that it doesn't look just like a pearl color, because if you're just putting pearl on your cheeks, for me sometimes, it can look too stark if it's not in the winter. This one has the right amount of pigmentation in it, and it's probably because there's just other stripes in there that provide a little bit of color. This is beautiful. This is one of those highlighters that whenever I kind of catch my reflection in a mirror or in a window or something, I'm always like, ooh, what's that highlighter? And it's always this, and it's always beautiful. I am sad that this was limited edition because it's such a wonderful product. So sadly, you can't buy it, but if you've got it and you haven't used it in a while, pull it back out because it's beautiful. And the last product I have to talk about is a bronzer that is pretty old at this point, but it is so good. This is the Revlon Photoready Bronzed and Chic bronzer, and there was a lot of YouTubers talking about this back in the day. It's an all matte bronzer with 4 quadrants in it of varying tones of bronzer, which makes it really good for when you're changing seasons and you want to go from something a little bit paler to slightly darker, and then they've got the deepest tone up here. This is so versatile, and I think they did make it permanent at one point in time because it did come out with a limited edition collection, but I feel like they only made it permanent for a year and then it was gone and they took it off of the market. And I did get it during its original launch, so the powder is quite old at this point, but it's still perfect. I've been pulling this out a lot recently just because I think it's so pretty on the skin. And I haven't hit pan yet, but I feel like I'm close because there was a pattern on here and it's very much worn off at this point. But yeah, I bought this because Amarique's, or Allison Anderson now, and Emily Noel would not shut up about this bronzer back in the day. And with good reason. It's a really good product, and I really wish that Revlon still had it. This brings back memories of like old YouTube for me. So I hope you enjoyed that. That's a selection of products that have been discontinued or were limited edition that I still really love. It's a shame really that brands discontinue products to create new ones. I mean, we all know why they do it, so they can entice you with something brand new, but there's so many good things that just disappear from the market, and it makes me sad. I mean, I still use them, but it's very hard to talk about them in videos because if you say what's on your cheeks and it's something that no one can buy anymore, it's frustrating. I get it. I see that in somebody else's videos too, and I'm like, but I want it. Anyway, hopefully you have some of these things in your collection and now you feel inspired to use them again. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you next time. Bye.